and it is building all the time for what is a fascinating contest. On the road, the Manly club and Manly Balmain encounters have always been thrilling ones. There's been some changes to the lineup. King remains the fullback. Young Brown makes his run-on debut for the Manly club in the halfback position, along with Jeff Tuvey and that forward pack of Tierney, Fulton, Cunningham, Menzies, Gartner and Kosef. We'll see Craig Field in a Balmain jumper. There it was. Tyron Smith and Solomon Hamono. They'll be in the back row. The fullback is Joel Kane. Number 18, Craig Field. And changes to the forward pack. Lowry is the prop forward. Adam Nagle the hooker. Walker remains in the front row. Smith goes from lock to the second row. And centre is the lock forward from hooker.
Stay behind him and away.
Matt Hewitt gets proceedings underway. Shortage kickoff and Big Neil Tierney. The first touch of the ball. Comes into this awesome forward pack, really. The Balmain Tigers, who never give an inch. Terry Hill. Involved early on. The Australian team announced later on today. Fulton. Tierney again. Bundle over. Big hit. Tyron Smith it was who came up with the bell ringer.
Hang on.
And there's a Tiger down in the background. To pick him up at the moment. Gillette made the tackle and seemed to get in.
Looked like his left ankle there just got into a strange situation, but it was flat on his back. It was. Trainers were looking at his neck. Difficult to work that one out as the Manly team get a clearing kick and Balmain's first touch of the ball.
Joel Kane, former Dragon, only made his first grade debut in round 23 last year. Now, big Solomon Hamono. His fan club ever on the rise here at Leichhardt, and a good run against his old club Manly. Shane Walker has fully recovered now. He's a tough customer. Field, dummies, picks up Michael Gillette, who's back in his favourite position there at 5'8". Jason Lowry. 100 first grade games without a try for Jason Lowry. There'll be big celebrations when he gets over for the four-pointer. High ball from Craig Field. Morecambe chasing through, batted backwards, it's play on, knock on. And Hill comes away.
Yeah, Terry, you mentioned that Balmain forward pack. Manly really going to have to work hard in the forwards today as we see the replay. The ball was tapped back. Michael Gillette came flying through and couldn't pick it up cleanly. Manly forwards really will have to work hard if they're going to get victory here today, because the Balmain forwards, they make you work for every second of the game. That's the way they play.
Good yards. Andrew King. He's been one of the best for Manly in '99. Tuvey looking to link up with Menzies. Goes back to the inside. Oh, Gartner taken high by Lowry. Tuvey. Adam Brown. Big game for the youngster. His run-on debut. Brown, high ball. It's a big halfback. Huge kick. No one's chasing through. Brown got a second go. He'll get a third go, but was knocked on by Brown.
Nobody wanted to get under that one. It was up there for a while. You saw it come down. Everybody looked at it. Brown had a second go at it here.
And a third go. Ivan, you know a little bit about Adam Brown. He's a big man for a halfback.
Yeah, I've seen him play a couple of times this year. He's got a very good kicking game, and I'm sure that's one of the main reasons why he's starting today. It's a big chance for him, and yeah, it's very important for Manly in the first 20 minutes.
Hamono running off that short ball from Craig Field. Manly inside the 10 according to the crowd at Leichhardt. Quick play the ball by Lowry.
You see Andrew King on the sideline there, Ivan, early in the match, getting some attention at the moment.
Is it a 40-20? Must be close to it. This kicking game by Craig Field brings an extra dimension to the Tigers.
Balmain ball.
There it is. Yeah, the referee's called it. It'll be a Balmain feed. So a great start there from Craig Field. Both teams are just feeling their way early, and that's really the first blow any side has made, and it was a great kick from Craig Field.
Yeah, Andrew King, fellas, he's taken a knock. Humbolati's come onto the wing, and Brendan Reeves moved back to fullback.
Well, Reeves played a fair bit of fullback with the Illawarra club, so he's accustomed to the position. Already Craig Field is a crowd favourite at Leichhardt after the 40-20, particularly if they can score from this set of 6. It's a huge bonus. They've been lacking a lethal kicking game, the Tigers, and now they have one in Craig Field. Always plenty of feeling between the two. And it was Shane Walker. Let's listen to referee Matt Hewitt.
2 hookers. No, that's not.
Well, they've both had a go, but for mine, I saw he threw the first one, but we don't know what provoked him.
Okay. Hang on. It's going to go against you because he was trying to take the loose. That's what he's reacted against. He's trying to take the loose.
That doesn't matter.
Come on, I want you to head outside.
No rule.
Well, you heard the remonstration there from Jeff Turvey, who's saying there's not a rule that you have to give up the loose. Jason, you're the halfback.
Well, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Jeff Tuvey saying that there's no rule that says you have to give up the loose, saying that the front rowers have got to fight for it.
So they'll take the 2 points. They're pointed to the posts. So Kane.
Interesting, this penalty, Terry, was from a scrum, but because it was a separate incident altogether, they're able to take the shot at goal. Could be first points to the Tigers.
It's a shocker.
Goal.
It goes dead. In fact, it doesn't. And he gets out of his own in goal. In fact, he's going to bring it back. Referee Matt Hewitt.
This is a poor play from John Humbolati here, Terry. If he lets that ball go dead, it's a dropout for the Sea Eagles on the 20-metre line. But by playing at it, he's forced to drop out from the goal line. So,
come on.
You can see what he was trying to do, trying to take the ball and get back into the field of play, which does give Manly possession. The touch judges ruled that he caught it and then took it dead.
Stay behind him.
The drop out from King. 45 on the fly to Craig Field. Big Shane Walker. And the offload from Walker. Knock on by Craig Field. And the initial knock on will go against Balmain. Well, it's been a comedy of errors so far this game.
Yeah, the Tigers have really let Manly off the hook there. They had that great 40-20 kick. Would have had a set of 6. Got the penalty. Took the shot at goal. Didn't work out. And then knocking it on the first tackle from the restart with the dropout.
Well, they've survived the early barrage. Andrew Frew has a gallop from acting half. Parramatta reserve grader. Slow play the ball.
Keep it down.
Yeah, he's got Tyron Smith for a high tackle there. It wasn't too much in it, but it was above the shoulder, so we know it's a penalty these days.
Well, wasn't too much in that. Fulton was crouched in the running position.
It's always a tough one, that, Terry. So often the players duck into the tackle. The referees are still always going to penalise you if you're around the head in any way.
Neil Tierney. Kosef, Gartner, testing times now for the Balmain Tigers. Tuvey, stepping off the left and the right. Brown, back for Kosef, Reeves. Oh, the fumble by Kosef.
Offside.
And the Tigers were offside, so will they keep the pressure on Manly or will they take the 2?
I think they'll keep the pressure on. It's a tough one, that, isn't it? Balmain were working hard. They forced the error. Well, they didn't really force it. Nick Kosef just took his eye off the ball and spilled it. The Manly side get the let off.
And here they go. Tierney. Albert Torrens on his right. A good field position. Kosef, very strong close to the line. They're short on the left-hand side. Manly's right, that's the way they go. Tuvey, they cut the game, Kane from Craig Field, and he forces the ball loose. The Tigers have come up with it, and Tuvey very slow to get to his feet.
Craig Field was off the line very quickly there. One might be able to say that he knew what the Eagles were going to do, and he was up on Jeff Turvey for Sierra.
Will take great delight from that tackle, won't he, Ivan Cleary?
Yeah, sure. Well, obviously, his first little mistake's going to fire him up a bit. Important to get it at Jeff Turvey. He's obviously one of the main links in Manly's attack.
Manly creeping up inside the 10. Darren centre. Centre accelerates. Tackled on the halfway line. Neither team able to stamp their authority on this game at the moment. Solomon Hamono. And he takes them pulling down. He carried 3 for 10 metres. And now he gives the penalty. And the fans at Leichhardt enjoy.
You're not onside all day.
It took a while. Hasn't been onside all day. That's what Leichhardt's been saying.
The penalty came at the end of this set of 6, but it was a good one. We talk about the Balmain forwards and how hard they make you work. They just keep coming at you all day. Balmain received that ball 10 metres out from their own line, and only 4 or 5 tackles later, they were right down, only 30 out from the Manly line. And now with this penalty kick, only 20 out, a good attacking opportunity.
Adam Starr off the bench, fresh, lines up. Tackle 10 metres out from the line. They're lining up. Centre goes himself. Adam Nagle goes to acting half. Finds Craig Field. Stretches them to Gillette. Inside ball, Joel Kane, set play. This is where Tyron Smith and Hamono, so dangerous. Smith, driven sideways, good tackle by Turvey. Quick play the ball, they come back to the open side. Field picks out Jason Lowry. Lowry with a good offload for Field. Now Gillette. Gillette, quick hands for Webber. Webber held up in a good tackle by Albert Torrens. Final tackle. Hamono wants to hit it down the short side. They'll go back to the open. The pass to Gillette. High ball. The chase is on. John Carlo steaming through too deep.
Disappointing, that one from Michael Gillette. He'll be disappointed with that because he puts a lot of time into his kicking game, and it's usually very good. Really let the Eagles off the hook there with that kick dead on the floor.
Opawati, he's played a couple of test matches and one Origin game, coming off the bench for Manly. Possession. Balmain enjoying a wealth of possession at the moment, unable to turn it into points. 0-0 the score after 11 minutes. Neil T. Just short of the halfway line. Kosef with blood streaming from his mouth. Owen Cunningham. Driven back by Webber. Good hit. D-Day for both these clubs in many ways. Joel Kane. Can he get around Menzies? Good chase by the Beaver. Hancock against his old club, De Morgan, on the left wing. John Carlo, the former Melbourne Storm player, joined the Tigers this year. Sloppy play the ball. Away goes Adam Nagle, who picks up a lot of metres from acting half. Mark O'Neill to the bench to start this game. Final tackle. Splits the fullback and the winger. Makes a difference, doesn't it? That's a superb kick. Took his time and then he let rip.
The Balmain game really does make way for a good kicking game, because we've talked about it a number of times already, the way their forwards go forward so well. It gives their kickers a lot of time to pick out where they want to put the ball. Michael Gillette's done it well for them in the past. Craig Field at the side just gives them 2 options now. Both good kickers.
Ivan, the forwards probably appreciate the kicking game more than anybody.
Certainly would. It's pretty warm down here. Pretty willing at the start, both sides, just sorting each other out.
Classic encounters have been played out between these two clubs over recent years. Cliff Lyons, 37 years of age, warming up. The oldest player in the NRL competition. This man is Brendan Reeves. Reeves still going. Tyron Smith got him from behind. In fact, Hamono it was. Lyons into the action, and straight away Menzies runs off Lyons. Doesn't take long. Lions inside ball for Tuvey. Adam Starr has the halfback. No, he doesn't. Tuvey. Palela. Gets it away. Balmain have it.
Offside.
Heard the call. Offside.
Yeah, the Balmain player knocked the ball on there. It was going to be 6 again for Manly anyway. Regardless, there it is. John Carlo got his hand to it, and Manly have taken a quick tap.
Extra time now for the Tigers. Kosef to the line he goes. Inside ball for Brown. Adam Brown. Ripped up 10 metres out from the line. Lions has decoy runners. Is that a Shepherd? Carella. A little leeway going Manly's way. They stack the short side. Lions is not gone. Well, don't doubt the assignment that Cliff Lyons has set himself. Coming out of retirement, never really had his eyes on the ball there. Hard to be backing up week in, week out. I think fair to say, Ivan, that neither team really making the most of their chances.
No, that's right. It's amazing that when Cliff Lyons comes on the field, how we see Manly change. Comes straight on and dictates play just about every tackle.
40-20 kick this one. It's big. Is it going out? It is just short of the 20. Just short of the 20, but he's putting the wingers under enormous pressure. We'll go to the video referee, but it did bounce just short of the 20.
It did bounce short of the 20, but the angle it was coming on, he could have gone into touch past it. It bounces short of it, I agree with you, Terry. With the angle that the ball's going at, is it over the 20-metre line after it goes into touch?
It may well be. It may well be, but it's a tough one. It's not an exact science, is it?
There's no way you can pick it from that angle.
And the feed will go to Manly.
I think they've taken the benefit of the doubt there, Terry.
In fact, Craigfield, Adam Brown pushes him back. It's a good tussle. The halfbacks are lively.
Come on. We don't know.
Here's a better angle.
Come on, just put it in.
It would have been close in the end, and I can't believe
don't touch
that
it.
we don't have some posts
Just put it on the ground.
on the 20 to make it an easier judgment. So Graham West is still having a good look at this.
Yeah.
Terry, this is the first time I've
It
seen
is a
this.
40-20, is it?
First time I've seen
It
it
is?
go to the video replay for something like this.
It can be used.
It's a 40-20.
It's a 40-20. So Balmain for the second time in this game. Craigfield has put it up to 40-20 in the space of some 16 minutes. They're not easy to do. I think we should remind everybody of that. It is tough.
They've really got to convert this now, the Tigers. Not necessarily with a try, but really put some pressure on the Manly side by controlling the ball and a good kick at the end of it.
Webber trying to get on the outside of Brown. Back it comes from Mark O'Neill. Tyron Smith wants it. And he knocks it on. You can just feel the pressure lift straight away. Not good enough. It wasn't a great pass, but...
It wasn't a great pass, but you know, we train all week, don't we? And we should be able to take those passes. Very similar to a couple of the situations that our team got ourselves into on Friday night, Terry, against the Roosters. You can't let teams off the hook like that. It's a simple pass and catch.
Manly looking for the counter-attack through Terry Hill. And now a good charge. Hopawate on the far side. And into touch. All in the one movement. They will remonstrate, but they will have no luck. Was it a fair tackle? He drove him towards the sideline. Momentum going. One more roll. Close, but I think legal. Ivan, what do you make of it?
Well, it's always it's one of those things that keeps changing every year. Sometimes the rule doesn't necessarily be taken to the letter by the referee, but I think it was probably fair.
Gillette. Webber looking to get involved with Jason Webber. They go through Joel Kane. Back to the centre. Adam Starr. Touted as an origin player. Good offload. Look at Shane Walker down. Another offload for Field. Now Field quick ball. Chance for the Tigers. Will they get there? They get it down. We will go to the video referee. Richard Villasanti, I think it is. His first touch of the ball, and I think he may have scored.
Gee, Shane Walker's playing well early in this game, Terry. Some of his offloads have been great. This is the last play. Very good camera angle of it. Ooh. If he calls that he's lost the ball, then it should be a Balmain penalty, because I think the Manly player ripped it out. That angle's not going to tell us a great deal.
It's the 19. Villasanti has been on the park only seconds.
Adam Peters had a go at the ball. You see it from this angle.
He reaches out.
There's Peters ripping at the ball.
Downward pressure on the ball from the forearm on the chalk. Is that enough? We're about to find out.
I think it's a try.
Green for go, red for no. And West, the video referee. I'd say we'll see the green light. No try. It goes against Balmain. And it will be a penalty to the Tigers for stripping the ball.
It's called Adam Peters has raked at that ball. There was more than one in the tackle. And a Balmain penalty. So I probably thought he had downward pressure as you did, but I have to agree with the decision. If he did think that he lost it, there was definitely a Manly hand in it.
Walker, they go again, he loses it. And they come away through Brendan Reeves. So on the first tackle, suicide.
He lose the ball.
Brendan Reeves has hurt himself. Terry Hill quite concerned. And in fact, good tackle by Menzies.
Sometimes you just got to give the credit to the defence, don't you? That was Steve Menzies really got low and drove his shoulder right into the base of the ball there.
Ivan Cleary, this would be a body blow for Manly, because Brendan Reeves is down injured and Andrew King is also hurt at the moment. So the Tigers have built up this pressure and are struggling to convert. There's a couple of good offloads in here.
This one's a great offload here. Craig Field does well. They were really short if he had been able to get out of that tackle, Craig Field, and then there it was. It was hard to tell from that angle, but as we see from this side, the referee has called, and I mentioned it before, that the ball is raked by the Manly player there. Fair decision.
I think there might be two issues there. I'm not entirely sure that he put the ball on the line. And also, if he's raked the ball, surely there's an argument for a penalty try.
Exactly. There's no doubt that try would have been scored if the ball wasn't raked away from Villasanti. So why not a penalty try?
I agree. I didn't think of it when we were looking at it, but it's a great point, Ivan. There's no doubt if he doesn't rake it, it was a try.
The fact is that the referee must be completely sure that the try would have been scored. They're dropping like flies at the moment. He took one to the jaw. You to see a lot of venom in it.
The way he's getting up, it looks to me like he may have injured something else as well. He's holding his head, no doubt about that.
His game is there for the taking. 2v1 out. Picks up Brown. This is Menzies. What a record he has, Steve Menzies. Kosef. 92 tries for the club. Only surpassed by the great Bob Fulton. Brown. That kicking game we've spoken about. Straight down the throat of Joel Payne, who's done a good job in general play for the Tigers this year. He's a bit of a surprise choice at fullback. He's played all 6 games well.
This is a good take, and he really brings the ball back quickly. Doesn't waste any time. He gets back there and makes as many metres as he possibly can. Just something the forwards like, I can tell you.
Villasanti, this is the young bloke that Steve Roach, the former Balmain great, has big raps on. And he picks up a penalty. And the ball is stripped away from Kosef. A lot of frustration for both teams at the moment.
Both teams are their own worst enemy at the moment. Both teams have had a couple of opportunities. Balmain more so. Just haven't been able to convert them. A couple of silly errors. Will they get another chance after this kick? They'll be well and truly in Manly territory. There's a bit of spite in this game, Terry. I'm sure there's plenty of sledging going on from the Manly players towards Craig Field.
He's not bad himself when it comes to the verbal.
I'm sure he's having a bit to say too, so there's plenty in it.
Adam Starr races up. Now, Manly, can they continue to hold the Tigers out? Tyron Smith, Kiwi international. Field scheming. Walker. Good offload for Joel Kane. Surely he'll get there this time. They won't be denied. In fact, they will.
Let him go.
Joel Kane a centimetre short. Field. They'll stretch them to the right. Should let Stars the decoy. Lowry had to go back and pick it up. He wants to offload it, but can't. There's a gap in the middle. Field goes back to the right. Inside ball for Mark O'Neill. He promotes it. It's come off, it's gone backwards. Walker has it. Slips under one. Gets away from another.
5.
Final tackle. Field. High ball. Too deep. Too much on it for Hancock. To give Manly some credit.
It was good defence. Just Shane Walker's impressive. Every time he takes the ball forward, he's got 2 and 3 on him, and his offloads are good. They go to hand, and Balmain really play well off them. Just again, it was a good set of 6. They moved the ball around well. Unlucky not to score through Joel Kane, but the kick at the end lets them down.
Ivan, you know what it's like when you enjoy a lot of possession and you don't turn it into points.
Yeah, Wayne appears to be pulling his hair out at the moment. I think they haven't got one of their kicks in the goal and doubled up on possession. Surely they've got to score soon, otherwise Manly's going to get a real lift out of it.
O'Neill involved with the heavy work. Kosef stripped of it. Legally. And that was a bone-jarring tackle on Kosef. Got him right around the ribcage. Now they run it. They've got numbers out wide. Adam Starr. To enable at acting half against his old club. This is Smith. He's really lifted his game for Balmain. I'll go to the left. Field. Field, the dummy. Inside ball, Gillette. Good hands for Joel Kane. Back to Gillette. If he dives, he scores.
Look on.
Well, entertaining stuff. But no points. 22 gone.
This is a good little passage. This sort of stuff won't disappoint Wayne Pearce so much because there's a chance there they were going to score a try. You put the ball down in those situations, there's not much you can do about it, but it's the simple ones, you know, just a simple hit up where they're knocking it on. Or again, we get to that talk about the kicking. They just need to get some repeat sets, as Ivan Cleary was mentioning.
Let's go. Steady.
They've had all the play, Balmain.
Hold there, back row. Hold.
Trouble to score yet. Villasanti unluckily denied a try. But Manly have had to do a lot of tackling in this game. And they've missed just the 3 tackles. Kallela goes for a gallop. He's a good player. Big play the ball. That allows Hopowahi to get a ride. He picks another 15 metres. Looks for the offload and gets a good play on the right. And the offload was a beauty from Adam Peters. So now Manly hitting back at Balmain. Over the top to Brown. Brown straight through, they just grab him. They've knocked on, double knock on. Was he offside? The original knock on will go against Manly.
Scott Fulton back out there for Manly and Cliffy Lyons is back on the bench. He looks good, Brown, doesn't he? He's really taking some responsibility out there. Not looking around for Jeff Turvey and other guys to do it. He's taking it on himself. It was a nice little passage, just unlucky that one didn't go to hand.
Let's get in, Nick. Come on, get in, Nick. Stay in.
Hancock has come off the right wing. Took some pressure away from his forwards. This Webber. Offloads in this game and Manly leading the way. Despite their lack of possession, 12-6. There's Lowry, make it 12-7. Hamona. Love to have a big game today. Canterbury from Manly.
Here we go again.
Another 40-20, it's a big one. Oh, well done by Brendan Reeves. Wants to link up with Andrew Fry. He gets the offload away. Weber gets him. Some good passages of play in this game, but no points. Good tackle. Solid defence. You could hear the fun. He was slow to his feet. Albert Tigers, quick play the ball. Balmain creeping up inside the 10. Kalema. That's very good news. Kosef is limping badly out there. It's been a rugged encounter. There's plenty of injured. Adam Brown. This kick is a wobbly old one. Joel Kane gets it eventually. Bit of open space on the left-hand side. Joel Kane, one more ball from Walker. John Carlin goes back to the short side. Picks up another 10, runs into Terry Hill.
Stop!
I get the feeling Balmain, as we see the replay, I get the feeling Balmain don't really mind if they don't score. They just keep playing the same way anyway. You know, they'll just grind you down and grind you down, and eventually they'll get across the line. And Manly aren't putting points on them at the other end, and they don't mind. They just keep playing that way. Their forwards are just so willing.
Balmain have been averaging 2.2 tries per game this year. Manly 2.5, so both teams have had trouble scoring. But the Tigers playing a different brand of football today with Craig Field as their halfback. There's Nagel. A good offload again.
It's Jason Sinclair out there, Terry.
Played an Origin game. Over it. Field. Inside ball from Pilasanti. He's a big lump of a lad who likes to run hard onto the ball. Short side play. Nagel goes himself against his old club. Centre to be open. Field. Sinclair back on the inside for Hamona. Final tackle again. Craig Field will go high to the left-hand side. There it is. Is it too big again? In fact, it was just about perfect. But they couldn't knock it back.
That was the one, wasn't it? The perfect placed bomb for the knockback. He had a shot at it. Chris Morgan it was.
If you say it's me, I don't have time then.
Well, Pete's sets of 6 have been hard to come by in this game at Leichhardt. Hill with plenty to say. And they get a penalty eventually.
Darren? Too quick. Too quick, yeah, but not that time, Darren, come on.
You can't knock their enthusiasm, Ivan Cleary. They just want to get up there quickly.
Yeah, they certainly do. They're settling down. Craigfield's kicking quite well. A little bit unlucky that last bomb. But I think Manly's last few sets of 6 have been better as well. It's important to see which side scores first.
In a battle. Menzies still going, and he gets the offload away for Albert Torres. Andrew Fruit. Still, this guy scored a hat-trick in the lower grades for Parramatta one night. Fruit is lined. There's a Shepherd, surely. The decoy runner took out the Tiger, and they'll score anyway. Papawane goes across. In fact, we'll go to the video referee, because I think the interference will be called.
Maybe a bit of obstruction, mate.
That's good play, I think. He saw it. The referee saw it. He let it go on, let the try be scored. And now we're going to have a look at it.
Obstruction.
I think that's the perfect way to use the video referee, Terry.
He's played the advantage here, and there you see it. Completely taken out of play. And it was Sinclair. And Hopewadi strolls over. So it's going to be another tough call here for video referee Graham West.
The Manly side look to me as though they know it. They haven't moved back to the halfway at all. They know there's probably going to be a penalty coming to the Tigers.
There's Sinclair. Just allowed Lyons to stroll around, get the ball away to Hill. You just never know, do you? I think Matt Hewitt thought it was a no try. No try. And the penalty goes to the Tigers. How did you see it, Ivan Cleary?
Yeah, there's a definite obstruction there. It's quite obvious why both sides are struggling this season. They're having trouble in the opposition's 20-metre area. The first side can just either get some repeat sets of 6 or either score. Could make a real difference.
A big advantage. Lowry bumps away from one. He's had a strong game. It's quite a formidable forward pack. Walker. The props working well in tandem, and he wins a lot of metres, Walker. Now the Mother picks up another 10. Bobbling up the ground. Centre. Field. Sinclair shows it. Struggles. Gets a miraculous ball. No one has ever doubted his talent. He made his debut as a 17-year-old. Sinclair is now 27. And now he puts the bomb up. Midfield bomb. It's a messy one. Weddle. It's bounced backwards. Menzies has it. Dangerous play. It's not the kick they wanted. Tierney. Down in centre. Trouble with the right leg. Tuvey. Reeves. This guy can really accelerate. Balmain on the back foot. Gardner.
Darren Center's had ankle problems before, Terry. I don't know if that's the same one, but that will be a blow to the Tigers. Important to them.
Again, there's obstruction. This time between Cunningham and Field. And it's out on the foot.
Changeover.
There's a turnover. Cunningham doing the kicking.
There's no doubt it's warm out there, but these teams, to me, at the moment, both teams, if you look at their kicking games, the kicks have tired players, don't they? Jason Sinclair's one before just went straight up in the air, and that one was just a lazy kick from Owen Cunningham out on the full. It wasn't going to create anything for the Manly side anyway.
Adam Rabel, he got through the first line. It was sloppy. Manly on the back foot. They've got numbers on the left. Sinclair juggles it. Hamono back on the inside. Good tackle by Terry Hill. And Kosef was down below. Field. Cut out ball for Smith. Little tackle again. It comes round quickly. Field. Sinclair. A little grubber kick for himself. Chases. Does he get there? We go to the video referee again. The Tigers are confident. I think we've seen the first try.
Well, Joel Kane was the man. Sinclair put the kick in. It's the one
grounding the ball, Graham.
Been talking about.
Grounding of the ball, mate.
We're going to look at the grounding of the ball. There's Sinclair. And here comes Joel Kane. Sinclair misses it. Joel Kane. I don't know if that's good enough. I just don't think it's good enough.
Who wants the job of the video referee today? That's tough.
He's missed it, so that's okay. Well, eventually he has grounded it. Hopewadi may have knocked it.
No, definitely knock on, I thought, from that angle. Knock on.
I think you're right. You'll see the red light. No try. It's the third no try this game, Ivan Cleary, the knock on.
Are we going to get a try?
It's tough, isn't it? I was speaking with video referee Graham West before the game, and we were discussing how much harder it is now to actually score a try. He said when he was refereeing, you would probably just assume the ball got down cleanly. Now, that's not the case.
Ivan, that was more like the kicking game that you've been talking about from the Tigers.
Yeah, sure was. I'm pretty impressed with Jason Nicholas since he's come on. He's very involved.
Here goes Andrew through. Got plenty of time, but Craig Hancock got him and dragged him in the touch. There's no points on the board, but I've enjoyed this contest.
There's been plenty of good play, just unable to finish it off. Tigers have had the better of it, but I get the feeling if Manly can just get the ball in some better field position, that they may be able to put some points on the board. We saw them cross earlier. Only call back for the Shepherd. It's happened a couple of times, that one, Terry. Cliff Lyons just doesn't look to be communicating as well as he usually does with his runners.
After this torrid opening, 3 no tries being posted after 34 minutes. If you eventually get a 4-pointer, it must feel like 40. There's Villasanti. What about him? His first touch got across the try line, only to be denied. Smith. Hot day. Both teams struggling to get back to 10. Struggles to get to his feet. Field. Mark O'Neill. I was just thinking, this is final tackle. Field. He'll kick for the bottom corner. It's well placed again. Didn't quite get the bounce he wanted. Hancock put the chase on through. "34 minutes of this game. Craig Field has played all 34. Probably more than maybe he's played this season. He's been on and off. In fact, he had a lengthy game in First Division last week. He's had just 1.5 training sessions with the Tigers. Good offload there. 2 if he goes forward. This man is Gartner.
I'm sure Wayne Pearce would be happy with what he's done so far, Terry.
They've been crying out for a halfback since Gary Freeman. Inside ball from Menzies. Menzies picked up Torrens. Torrens picks up Gillette. And the razor-sharp Michael Gillette was there. Joel Kane. Joel Kane. Ooh. Good ball. It's a penalty to the Tigers in the back line.
It's something I'm sure, regardless of who you support, more people would like to see more of. Steve Menzies in full flight.
Have a listen to the referee also here, because the touch judge is in. There's the ref.
After he penalised, and I thought he unnecessarily picked the player up, he may well have landed in a dangerous position, okay? So I need to cover us.
Okay. All right. I think what he's on about is what you did afterwards, all right? I thought you weren't square. That's what the penalty's for, but he's concerned about the lift and the tackle. We're going to put it on report, but if it's all right, you won't have nothing to worry about, all right? Nothing to worry about.
I don't think it was too bad, the Terry Hill tackle. And it's good to hear the referee explain that the initial penalty was for not being square on. And there's just a question mark. I think he handled it pretty well.
He did. Terry Hill looked a bit anxious there, but Matt Hewitt calmed him down with the comment, you know, if there's nothing wrong with it, there'll be nothing to worry about. And Bob Fulton sitting up the back of the stand here.
Every time he comes to Leichhardt, they put him through the emotional ringer, the roller coaster. There's been some great battles. Gillette looking to step off the right boot. He's been out injured. Back and running freely. Smith for Craig Field. Craig Field back to the inside. Good tackle. I think it was Kalella. It was. Short side play. Sinclair, long ball for Morecambe. Morecambe, good little kick this one. They'll get another set of 6. Quick thinking.
It was the long ball from Sinclair probably gave the defence a chance to get over there, but he did well, Morecambe. Manly guys were flying up, so he just put one in behind him. Balmain can really keep this 3 minutes left to go. If they can put the pressure on Manly for that 3 minutes and make them do plenty more tackles, the Eagles are going to start to struggle in the second half, I'm sure of it, because they've had a lot of work to do. score still at 0-0, but Balmain have had the better of it.
That was a wise play from Wilkin. Short dropout. Hancock will have it. This could be the final fling before the half-time break. They desperately need some points. They've been denied twice through the video referee. Adam Starr. Good offload for Gillette. Gillette has Mark O'Neill running. Out. Adam Starr wants it again. There's no one tailing him up. They're setting their troops over deep on the left-hand side. That's the direction they go now. Smith will go off his left boot. The field is back on the open. And there's numbers on a wide line. Field inside goal. This time they will not be denied. Michael Gillette slices them open courtesy of Craig Field. And the Tigers, they lead by 4 points to 0. It's been a long time coming. It was worth waiting for.
I thought earlier in the game, Michael Gillette and Craig Field were in each other's way a bit. There was one time there they didn't know who was going to be at first receiver and who was going to be at second. They certainly knew what was happening here. Michael Gillette just decided to come back on the inside as Craig Field shot across field. And it looked easy, but it was well executed.
He had one bad attempt early on. He strikes this one sweetly. That's the Tigers in front by 6 points to 0.
Yeah, simple way to possession here. Craig Field takes the defence apart, a bit slow on the inside assist there, and Michael Gillette scores a good try. Craig Field will be very happy with that. Should give him a lot of confidence.
And that combination, as Jason alluded to, Ivan, will only get better as the matches go on.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of times in this first half, Craig Field's been a little bit uneasy as to when to get the ball and what to do, but obviously only having 1.5 training sessions, it's going to be hard.
Inside the final 10 seconds, we're only going to have time for one play. Lowry will take the tackle, and all of a sudden, after all that hard work, it's been worthwhile for Balmain. They'll go to the half-time break full of confidence after posting their first 4-pointer, and the crowd here at Leichhardt, they're on their feet. It's been a big effort by the Tigers and also for Craig Field, and they lead the half-time break. 6-0, we'll take a break. We are underway. This game still well and truly in the balance. Hamono lines up as only he can. Good grasping tackle by Terry Hill. Menzies involved. Lowry flicks it out the back. It went backwards. In fact, referee Hewitt says it went forward. I find it hard to believe. Let's go sideline now and Ivan Cleary.
We've got injured 5'8" Ben Duckworth down here. Ben, was Wayne happy about the first half?
He was quite happy with the first half. He thought our ball control was not too bad, and our speed of the play, the ball was quite good. Just wasn't quite happy with our attacking kicking game, which he thinks needs to improve.
That's good. Has he got any new information, or does he want the team to do anything new in the second half, or just keep going?
No, basically pretty much just do what they did in the first half. And only thinks to come away with the points.
Thanks very much, Ben. Back to you, Terry.
It's Ivan and then Duckworth. They're missing him at the moment, the Tigers. He adds another dimension to their game as Manly struggle to put some passes together. Fulton, middle knock on at Acton Road. Went to Brown. Tuvey. It's been called by referee Matt Hewitt. I think he got the call from a touch judge.
Yeah, definitely a good call from the touch judge there. Looked like there was a little knock on. See it here as Nick Kosef gets up to play it. He's had a couple of goes at it. Scott Fulton.
And I think in a nutshell, we saw the advantage of the home crowd right there. They went up in the touch charge and referee Matt Hewitt obliged. Carlo, that would have been dangerous. It was Morecambe. Lowry. So they pick up Mark O'Neill. There are plenty of injuries in this game. Look at Joel Kane. Swoop on it. The ball and pick up 10 metres.
It reminds me of Matt Sears, Joel Kane. He really takes off quickly. Very similar to the North Sydney fullback.
Carlaw. There's a chance there for Walker because Hopper White here dropped back for the kick. Adam Nabel, not a good kick. In fact, it's probably the worst kick the Tigers have had in the 42 minutes of play so far. And a narrow blind side to work with. There's Gardner. Stiff defence by the Tigers. No second tackle. Tierney runs into the shoulder there. Loose ball. The Tigers have it. Oh, that's a bad blunder. It came from through. Smith. Tyron Smith. Five clubs for Tyron Smith, but he's happy now at Leichhardt. 7 test matches. They go away from field, they go to Mark O'Neill, who was close to being through. Cunningham held on down below. Field. Gillette to the line, inside ball, Pomono. He's light on his feet for a big man. Kane. Lowry, the offload. Oh, Field. And error came from Craig Field. A good-natured jibe coming from Steve Menzies to Field.
Let's get set first. Oh.
Again. Balmain not able to capitalise on some good possession early in the second half. Terry Hill likes to beat his man on the outside, but Carlaw did a pretty good job. Hopawati driven back by Lowry and fighting, trying to get the ball away. Tierney. Knock on. Tigers have it again.
There he's there, let him up.
They simply cannot hang on to the ball. This is tackle number 1. Out the back. In fact, it's not. Still play on. Hancock close to the sideline. O'Neill. They scored just before the break. They'd love to desperately score shortly after it. Smith has been the best for the Tigers. He needed one more man. Adam Nabel. They've set themselves for a play on the left-hand side. Field. Long ball. Joel Kane. And Menzies has it. But Terry Hill so solid 1-on-1. Whitehead comes away with a good run.
Terry, both sides have just come out and continued exactly what they've been doing in the first half, haven't they? Balmain have had all the field possession again.
Even though he wasn't facing his Balmain try line, and that ball was propelled forward. You'll see it here.
He had a good look at it. This Manly team they just don't want to hang on to the ball, they seem to me. Like, they're behind by 6 points, there's no doubt about that, but there's 34 minutes left to go in this game. I don't think there's a need to be scoring tries from 10 metres out from your own line.
Short side play for Tyron Smith. And luckily Menzies broke quickly from that scrum. Walker. Look at the Mono. Oh, big solo. Joel Kane, loose ball, went backwards. Morgan, good skills. Lowry, well, he's had 4 or 5 offloads. Mark O'Neill. Been a chance on the outside. Webber goes the short side, links up with Hancock. Final tackle, keeping up a great field. Bad ball from Actingham. Field to the line, searching, inside ball for Joel Kane. Joel Kane! He gets there. Try number 2 for the Tigers. And it came off another ball from Craig Field.
It was interesting here, the whole up opened up and he went through. When he gave it back on the inside to Kane, I thought he was going to be tackled, no doubt. But he carried Scott Fulton 5 metres to get across the line. He's not a big guy.
Big effort. Field. He got in amongst the big men, Tini and Cunningham, and he was elusive, and then the inside ball, and Kane had plenty of work to do. So Joel Kane now tries to convert his own try. The flamethrower. The Tigers, they are in front. By 12 points to 0.
Yeah, Craig Field of old here, doing what he does best, stepping around in traffic. Good support play by Joel Kane. Pretty good strength to get over there. Great start by the Tigers in the second half.
Yeah, good play by Joel Kane. We mentioned earlier in the telecast, he was a surprise selection really at fullback ahead of Shannon Nevin, former Manly player. But since coming into the top grade in round 1, Joel Kane has scored 34 points. Second try for the year.
Wayne Pearce will be happy with this start from Balmain, there's no doubt. Great run from Solomon. The crowd really getting behind them. They are a vocal crowd here at Leichhardt, and now they receive a penalty. But Manly are just committing suicide. In the first 10 minutes of this game, they've not looked like getting out of their own half. And have turned the ball over with some silly play, trying to go wide. Just holding on too long there. The Manly plays, and again, Balmain come down into their half to apply some pressure.
Milo sits down for a break as Darren Centre comes back out. But Shane Walker continues the barrage. That's been knocked down.
There it is there.
To the. How often have we seen him just step around the first man? The ball went loose, but he kept it in his feet. Cunningham.
You're offside.
The finger went out to Craig Field. The call was clear enough. Well, Manly, they need to hit back. Plenty of time left in this game, 24 minutes in fact. Brown, Kallela. A good ball and all tackle from Smith. I think he's been the Tigers' best. Kosef. Cut out ball. Torrance. A couple of holes here, Tigers. They fill in. Brown. Big long ball. Bounces. Morgan has it. Good play by Morgan. That was desperation. That was a try to Manly. Well, that's offside.
Offside. No, you're right. He's offside. He's offside. Come on.
Tough one against Owen Cunningham there. He wasn't involving himself in the play at all, but when the ball was passed at him, accidentally, he's in an offside position, and it had to be a Balmain penalty. And here we go again.
Jason Barrow sits down. Adam Starr winds up. And Cunningham. You can see the frustration on the big blokes. Been working hard. Walker will look to offload as he always does. Been a good leader with the forward pack. Field. Smith. Gillette has options for Darren Centre. Many players' numbers on the short side. Starr, good offload. And Neighbour, final tackle. Goes back for Field. Steps around the first man advancing. Has to throw it. Can't. He was taken to ground.
Great defence, Anthony Kallela there.
Yeah, Kallela certainly has made his mark off the bench, hasn't he, Ivan?
He's been excellent. As Cliffy Lyons comes on, Yeah, Anthony Cleland's been great for Manly over the last couple of years. A local junior who played plenty of reserve grade, and now he's making his mark in the top grade.
Yeah, he burst onto the scenes in the final series, really, of '97, where he won Man of Match Award after Man of Match Award. And to lose, of course, the grand final to Newcastle. Coming back from a bad back injury is Kallela. And again, Balmain enjoying the ball. And a lot of that, of course, Jason, comes from Manly turning it over.
Well, it does, and it's increased in Balmain's favour in the second half. At half-time was Balmain had 60% of it, now they've had 63. You just can't win football games like that. I'm sure the Manly team know that, but they're just doing it tough to control the ball at the moment.
Brown, a good charge now. Lyons with the kick. Goes back for Joel Kane. Kane. Good kick chase by Manly. Over there in numbers. Morecambe. Offloads 22 to Manly and 16 to Balmain. So
Football.
they haven't been short of throwing the ball around, but a mistake comes now. Kallela again involved in that tackle on Hancock.
Clean it up, Jeff.
And he was just trying to speed the play the ball up too much.
Clean it up. Come on.
Long way from being over. Hot Sunday afternoon. Lions. Nice ball through. Tubby. Mono got it. Kosef, Lyons, good quick hands for Thomas. Lyons, Kosef, knocked down by Mono. 6 more for Manly. Now this is their best chance.
Yeah, big play from Homono. They're giving him 6 to go.
Ball for Lyons. Had a solid run in his run on the blue. Tigers get back to the 10. He's going nowhere, Brendan Reeves. Terry Hill drops it on the toes. Hill. Joel Kane goes across. They'll get another set of 6. Good passage of play though from Manly.
That was a smart play from Terry Hill because the set of 6 just wasn't going anywhere. It wasn't working. They weren't putting the Tigers under pressure, so they just rolled one into the end goal and said, let's start it again.
Canterbury and Cronulla the week before. Big crowds have been turning out. Enjoying some good football. Terry Hill. Morecambe drives him back, and don't you think the crowd like that? That's his second bite of the cherry at the club, Morecambe. Now Tubby. 20 metres out. That elusive try line for Manly. Must seem a long way away. Lyons, Grammys, driven to the ground by centre. Third tackle, they'll get a penalty. The advantage is played here. Kosa for Lyons. Lyons. Oh! The knock-on play from Adam Peters from nowhere. It's something we're just not used to seeing from a Manly club. So much drop ball.
He'd actually caught that one. He caught it and was just adjusting it to have it in perfect position under his arm. And out it slipped. Balmain are competing with them in the error area.
Steady. Stay in lock. Manly lock to stay.
It seems that Manly just turning it over in the important situations, either just out from their line or just out from Balmain's line to let them off the hook.
Jason Sinclair.
I think all the defence at Manly's doing is starting to have an effect on their attack. They're very tired in those sets of 6.
Yeah, right, and they've had a little tackling to do. I saw that possession figure just moments ago. Horrendously against Manly. Centre. The Tigers with that 3-3 record from their 6 games.
This this is where Balmain have had the advantage all day. This is where they're winning the game, their ability to come off their own try line. They received that ball only 10 or 15 metres out from their own line, and they're around the halfway area easily before they were about to kick downfield and would have had Manly well in their territory. The penalty came because they had that intensity in their speed of their play. The ball, they're going forward, they're getting Manly on the back foot, as Ivan clearly says, Manly are getting tired. That's where Balmain are winning the game. Whatever happens here, when they turn the ball over to Manly, Manly don't seem to be able to get out as easy.
Camella wraps him up, and Tini helps drives him back. Craigfield, short side play. Switch now for centre. Sinclair shows it twice. Possesses the good skills. Field. Longer ball for centre. Centre, well, they just opened up, and Darren Centre has strolled through. There was no one within 2 of them. Unbelievable. Try number 3 for the Tigers. 16-0. They lead Manly.
It's been a bit strange today seeing Darren Centre play in the back row. There he is, receiving the ball out wide, and Terry Hill and Cliff Lyons just had a major misunderstanding. They had a bit of a discussion about it afterwards, I can tell you. There's Cliff Lyons, he was on Craig Field. Centre had a couple of guys outside him, which dragged Terry Hill out.
Because he'll enjoy this moment. Joel Kane, the flags were up. They go further in front here. It's been a big effort.
You can be excused for thinking that referee Matthew would have blown his whistle here. Absolutely no talk between Cliff Lyons and Terry Hill. Manly, they're not the same, are they?
You're exactly right. It takes a while for it to sink in, but so used to seeing the famous colours carve up other clubs as they've done so well.
Well, let's give credit to Balmain, Terry. As Jason said, they're completely beating them in the play the ball area, and it possibly comes down to simple enthusiasm.
And they've also got better as the game has gone longer. They've cut down their errors, the Tigers, and they're starting to string it more together. Joel Payne is having a blinder from the fullback position. Villasanti now. Lowry running like a centre. Oh, Morgan! Carmel went back on the inside, and Lowry thought he was on the outside.
Yeah, he did. Lowry was just going to pick Carla up, and there he was. He just dropped off to go back on the inside. It's hard to be too critical of that one. It's a little misunderstanding. But they look good, the Tigers. Manly, a lot of work to do. There's still 18 minutes remaining.
Camella. Sinclair over the top.
Too high. Get it.
A little bit of a high tackle there from Homono, or from Sinclair, in fact.
They don't quite see it there. This goes up to the ball now.
Too much in that tackle, but Manly get the penalty. Play the ball needed. Brown. Camella continues to go forward. Then a bonus for the Eagles. Camella just back for 2 games. Lions has those runners outside of Brendan Reeves. Andrew King has taken no part in the second half. Cunningham. The 32-year-old plays it back. Lyons looks for the inside ball. Gets it now. Gardner strolls over. Manly get their first try after 63 minutes of play. They are on the scoreboard. 16 points to 6. Well, it will be 18-4 at the moment, I should say.
Well, they just kept it alive, Manly, as they've tried to do all day. Most of the time today, it's resulted in an error. This time, Cliffy Lyons just turned the ball on the outside to Daniel Gartner. He strolled through the hole. They're so lethal, these back rowers at Manly, when they do get in some space.
And Brown Roosters. So they have 6, Balmain 18.
Yeah, Cliff Lyons taking the ball, one off the ruck here. Join 2 or 3 defenders. Daniel Gardner backs that well. He's played pretty well today, I thought. Good footwork for a big fella. Goes in under the post. Gives Manly some hope.
They will attack. We know they'll attack Manly because that's the way they've tried to play all day. Regardless of where they've been on the field, they've tried to move the ball around. Dropping it hasn't helped them at all. But if those passes start going to hand a little bit more often, Tigers will have to make sure they're on their game in defence.
Opawade for Gartner, the try scorer. It's a wake-up call really for the Tigers. 16 missed tackles there for Balmain.
Get it up, Darren.
These penalties, they help. The momentum goes with Manly.
It's amazing how the momentum can swing. I'm not saying it has or even will, but it can. It can happen so quickly, and all of a sudden a couple of penalties, a try. Manly really start to get their tails in the air.
Turvey starting to find some half gaps.
Key for Balmain is to keep attacking when they get the ball. I don't think they're just going to close this up.
Andrew Frew, plenty of time left on the clock. Kallela. Lions directing traffic. They go back to a wide blind. Brown. Dummies. Walker made the tackle on Brown. Numbers on the short side. Kosef trying to offload. Last tackle. Lions is caught with it. Menzies has it. Menzies for the try line. The kick is just too big, but they are threatening.
That was a big play, Terry. If Steve Menzies rolls that into the in-goal area and they get a restart, we're in for a real ball game. I thought we've seen him from that situation so much in the past be able to go over and score himself. He decided to put it on the toe, which probably was the right option. It was just, he just put too much on it.
Big crowd, 13,286 as Wakefield gets things going for the Tigers. Once again, they've struggled for big numbers here at Leichhardt, but on a Sunday afternoon, that's a good figure.
It is a good figure, and as you said at the start of the call, they're so vocal. You would swear there's 18 or 20 here, the way they get behind their team.
Carlaw. Haven't seen a lot of him in attack. Mabel picks out Field. Realises the kicking game is so important. Brennan Reeves did well.
Again, Balmain's ability to work out of their own half. Manly tackled for 1 on their own 10-metre line.
Starr involved in the tackle. It's been a struggle. Manly desperate for 2 competition points because having a look at their draw over the next couple of weeks as Gartner makes a half bust. They have a tough one coming up. Parramatta next week. After that, Penrith. Terry Hill. Brown. Nice long floating ball for Lions. Lions loses it. Did it come off Adam Starr?
6 to go.
It did come off Adam Starr. 6 to go. We spoke about momentum. That momentum is now in favour of Manly. Kallela looks to pop the ball for Cunningham. They're struggling, the Tigers. They're tired. Turvey takes his team forward. Sinclair got him by the jumper. It was the jumper only. Brown. Lions. Oh, good hands by Torrens. Gets away from Webber. Short side play. Back to the open Lions. Kosef. They're sweating on Clifford. Loose ball that forced the turnover. And Smith has done it. Inside 12 minutes. Trailing by that amount.
There's the replay. Nick Kosef just trying to get the ball away. It probably wasn't on. They turned it over eventually, Manly, but the difference now, all of a sudden, the pass is starting to go to hand. It was a great pick-up on the far side from Torrens, a ball that Cliff Lyons gave him around his ankles. A couple of offloads through the middle of the ruck that are going to hand, making the Tigers have to work a lot harder. Balmain will just stick with their game, though. Here they come.
Big kick. Frew has dropped back, was in good position. Andrew Frew. Both teams are very tired, Ivan Cleary. The interchange is working overtime.
Yeah, it sure is. We've got 11 minutes to go. Manly all of a sudden they've lifted. Unfortunately, that last pass from Nick Kosef just pushing a bit hard, but they're making yards.
They are. Through. Plays it back quickly. Kosef. Brown. Inside ball. Gartner flings it, and they have it. Carmel comes up with it. Villasanti. Maybe that last 2 sets of 6 where they've turned it over.
They fight hard, Balmain, don't they? We talked about the momentum did swing to Manly, and Balmain were looking tight in defence, but they just keep hanging in there. Force the error. Eventually, you get the ball back.
Carmel. These two clubs have always provided great spectacles. Field, chance for Gillette. Gillette using his pace. Inside ball, Joel Kane dropped it on the toe quickly. And there was a little knock on there. I don't know if it actually hit Joel Kane's foot.
Good play from Balmain. Craig Field saw there was a chance to run it on the last. Joel Kane kicked that.
Where the knock on cut? Turvin has Joel Kane to beat. Andrew through. They can't match it with it. Through. He'll come around. He'll improve the position. Manly are back in it. Don't worry about that. Andrew through has done it courtesy of Jeff Turvin.
Just a simple dummy and straight through Turvin. We talk about how quick Joel Kane is. There was no chance, and Drew just left him on his wake. That's good work from Shane Walker to get back there and stop him from getting around under the post. If this goal is missed, it will be important.
Webber just overreading the play. Through is a Parramatta boy. Joined Manly. Loves scoring tries. Strikes it. The flags are up. 6-point ball game. Manly on the charge.
That's been a trademark of Manly over the years, the quick attack from a turnover. Jason Webber just coming up in front of his man there. Jeff Turvey slices through. As Jason said, he was certainly looking for Andrew through, and now we know why. Plenty of pace, he had a lot to do there. He did well here, he brought it round for Adam Brown to convert. And now we've got a real ball game with 7 minutes to go.
We thought it would be like this. We thought it would be close. Go down to the wire. There's Carella. Starts and makes a good start. So they're back on the 20 already. How much ground can they make? Tuvey back on the inside for Cunningham. Picks up another 10. Field position. With 7 minutes to go. Make or break. Torrance plays it back. Sloppy one. Kosef. Nice ball for Brendan Reeves. Was the tackle. Play on is the call. Kosef. Numbers. Brown. The pass was forward. Play on is the call.
That's falling.
2 tackles to go. Canella. Well, they're close enough for a bomb. Just about perfect. Short blind side. And Kane comes away. I think he would have been pretty happy with that option.
Yeah, Manly obviously just got to play the patience game. There's still a few minutes left on the clock. 6 odd left. And instead of putting the bomb up, they just wanted to roll that down and put some pressure on Balmain in their own half.
Yeah, 29 offloads compared to 17. Staggering statistic.
I mentioned the mistakes made by Manly. The way they're playing now is the way they've tried to play all game. They've made a heap of offloads, but along with them has come a lot of mistakes, and that's been their problem.
Hamono coming back out to finish this game. Field. Here's the try scorer in through. The chase isn't that great from Balmain. A couple went up, Webber, and players are starting to get tired. Hancock. They go down his wing again. Torrance, Hancock forced to make another tackle. He gets up slowly. This is Brown. In fact, Torrance. Joseph, loose one. Torrance, under a high rock. Across the back of the shoulders. Villasanti. Brown. Lyons. Cunningham has knocked it off. He thought he was the decoy. Next minute, he popped it in the breadbasket.
Yeah, Wayne Pearce happy about that one, I'm sure. Yeah, you're right, Terry. It's part of Cook Live's game. It looked like he was going to throw it behind someone at the last minute, just give it to them. Owen Cunningham thought it was going behind him for sure.
Webber. Haven't seen a lot of Webber in attack today. Hamona. Look at the yards. He gobbles them up.
What about the field goal? I'm sure Craig Ford would like him to get down a bit closer. I'm sure he might have a go.
So the forwards are working that way in the position. Quick play the ball to need it. And there they go again. Another 8 metres. They're in range. Now here's Craig Ford. High ball. Too deep. Hopewadi has it. They'll come back to the 20. And the line's a shaky one from Balmain, particularly on this side of the park. I tell you, Michael Gillette had to make that tackle. Terry Hill. Carwell drives him into the turf. Big defensive set of 6 needed from Balmain. 6-point ball game, 18-12. It's been a fight back and a half by Manly. They've played their footy in patches. The last 20 minutes has been a great patch. This man, Reeves, kicks, chasing, no one home. Menzies can't tow it. Joel Creighton has it.
Let it go! Well, Terry, I've got to say, I thought Reeves was taken out.
Get a closer look at this. There he is.
Here he goes now. Look like, was that an accidental trip?
Could have been an accidental trip.
He definitely didn't look to deliberately do it. It looked like he just tripped over Hamona's feet, who was chasing. Still, Steve Menzies was the first one to the ball and couldn't get a clean foot to it to get it into the end goal. But that was the game there, I thought.
Good kick in the end. What's the chase like? Sinclair's there. They haven't got it covered, and Andrew Frew has gone from hero to villain in the space of 10 minutes. Because time is now the essence. That's Reeves. And Ivan Cleary, I guess, all the skills training, sessions after sessions, but drop ball has haunted Manly in the opening 7 rounds of this competition.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up Manly's start of the season, that little passage there. Poor old Steve Menzies just had to toe that ball once and it's a try. That's football.
How often have we seen him put it on the toe like that and the headgear just flash over? Will they finish with a flurry, the Tigers?
Manly will get one more shot if Balmain don't score. They will get their hands on the ball once more.
Unless the Tigers get a repeat set of 6. Hamona has been threatening. Knock on. I was about to say they haven't shut up shop, but maybe they should.
There's no doubt a try would have sealed the game, but in hindsight, you probably look at that one and think, well, you need to throw it.
Will they kick early in this tackle count, Lions? There's 1 minute on the clock. That means they've got time for a set of 6, so they've got a couple of tackles up their sleeve, but for surprise, they may have to do something early in the tackle count. Out the back for Kosef. 3 gone. Gartner tries to get Cunningham involved. Gartner to Brown. Torrance, good ball by Frew. through looking dangerous. Brown again. This man is Torrance. Torrance is a ball go forward. Desperate play. It's a Balmain ball. Frew couldn't come up with it. Torrance meant to save the game. He saved the game, in fact. 19 seconds to go. They only have to play again.
Gee, that would have been an interesting couple of tackles. Terry Manley was looking dangerous again. The Tigers have deserved this win, though, no doubt about it. They've been the better side. They've worked hard all day. Deserve the 2 points here.
Full-time siren sounds in the background. Malcolm goes to ground, and Craig Field celebrates his first win of 1999 in Balmain colours. Final score, 18 points to 12, and he's the first man over to congratulate Jim.